Xbox, they actually offer some decent games sometimes for free.
Hey guys, CruiseX back with more Final Fantasy XIV along with Lady Darkfire. I'm gonna learn better than the frickin' remember to where's my channel? There it is. Who's setting me? And who frickin' casted stone skin on me for no apparent reason than they could. I guess. I don't know. I'm not even caring anymore. So let's just get down to the brass tacks and start the Scholasticate quests already. So, we're gonna be doing this journey, keeping the ledger to start off with. Because we need to. Good day to you, sir. How may I help you? Oh, you wish to help me? Well, your timing couldn't be better. It would seem I have misplaced a record of sales for my most esteemed client, Saint Endaline Scholasticate. Said client has requested another volume from the 72 articles of Hellenic polity. There are 14 in total. Well, and try as I might, I cannot recall which one they specified. Surely you can imagine how embarrassing it would be were I to ask them again myself, and they to learn the reason why. That's why I need you to go in my stead. No need for overt inquiries, mind. Just make small talk and surreptitiously examine the shelves to see what might be missing. Wonderful. The 72 articles? I do recall borrowing a volume, and I cannot say that I had time to read it. Truth be told, my so-called schoolmates have kept me rather preoccupied of late. Not a day goes by without them pulling some childish prank on my dear friend Theomonsent. Well, they try at least. I do what I can to see that their plans come to naught. To know they will move on to become clergymen, or even prelates. We live in a truly unjust world. That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Yes!
Nice.
Kind of cool.
Oh, pardon me. The 72 articles? Why, yes, I've been poring over volumes 12 and 13. The subject matter is quite dense. Hardly something that could be handled in a single sitting. If you have need, I could bear to part with them for a short while. No? I see. In that case, I shall continue my studies. You are studying the 72 articles as well? I suppose that makes one of us. I require volume 4, but it has yet to be returned. It outlines the canon laws of the Ishgard orthodoxy. In truth, these books are all rather dense, especially after the 11th volume. You must memorize the teachings of the 4th to set a foundation for everything that follows. Lee was the last to borrow it as far as I know, but he's been so busy of late. Something about helping children being bullied. If he is truly so busy, I wish he would at least return the book to us. Ha! A lowborn stumbles into Scholasticate and thinks himself qualified to study orthodox doctrine. How droll. All facilities are reserved for those who have potential, like myself. I'll have you know that I'm working through the final volume of the 72 articles. A simpleton like you could spend a lifetime in study and fail to comprehend a single word, I expect. But don't let me dissuade you. Start with Volume 1 and mull over the first few pages for a year or so. Well, that guy's a douche. Found 10 lying on the table. Final listing for Volumes 1 through 9, however, Volumes 4 and 6 appear to be missing. Find Volume 6 on the shelf. Alright, let's head back to the Jeweled Crozier. Yeah, I don't know what Sony was thinking. I mean, not Sony, Sega was thinking with that. With any of their controllers after the Genesis.
Okay, I can go with that. I miss Genesis too. But Genesis was really... I actually went Nintendo, Genesis, PlayStation.
I started out with Game Boy, then went on to...
Game Boy and the first gen Nintendo.
I had the Super Nintendo. Then I went on to PlayStation. I played a little bit of Xbox. Went back to PlayStation for PlayStation 2. Then PS3 and PS4. Oh, I did have the Game Boy Advances.
PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. I decided for some god-awful reason to get an Xbox 360, probably because I let my ex convince me, saying, "Oh, we're gonna game together." That didn't happen.
Yeah.
Then I went PS3, PS4, and Vita, and I have my 3DS XL.
Alright, back to Mitt. Back from the Scholasticate? Good. So which volume are they missing? I think it's volume 8. Let me review the quest progression in the journal. Alright. Volumes 1 through 9, but volumes 4 and 6 seem to be missing. Okay. So it's volume... So it's gotta be volume 4. What? Okay, let me read this again. You arrive at the Scholasticate and have a look around. You find a shelf listing volumes 1 through 9, but volumes 4 and 6 seem to be missing. Looking on another shelf, you find volume 6. You also notice volume 10 lying on one of the tables. A young seminarian named Theomonset tells you he's studying volumes 12 and 13, while Archambadding tells you of his work with volume 14 in a condescending tone. The student standing outside... So... It's... No. Lee is volume... So... 12 and 13. So, I found volume... 10, Volume 4. I want to say it's 11. Yeah, I think it's 11. Ah, Volume 11. Yes, that's it. I remember now. Phew. My business and reputation are safe thanks to you. As I'm sure you can imagine, falling out of their good graces would bode ill for business. The Scholasticate is the cornerstone of education. With but a word from the head mistress, I could lose everything I own, or worse. But thanks to you, my good sir, my business is safe. You've helped me more than you'll ever know. Yeah, we'll see. Let's get to my dear sir. How fare you these days? Can't say business has been well myself. As you are aware, the church is in a bit of turmoil, and it's taking a toll on my profits. Unrest is understandable, yet there are many who are using the confusion to take out their anger on my best customers. Now, I'm not one to get mixed up in politics, but the students of the Scholasticate pay good gill for tomes and feathered quills. One made a request that I want to oblige in order to keep the coin flowing. On behalf of her peers, she told me some disagreeable folk have been following seminarians back to the cathedral, hurling all manner of insults. Easily singled out by their uniforms, they don't feel comfortable walking out in the open these days, and that includes around the crozier. If you're inclined to keep an eye out for those who would try to harass the students, I'd ask you to make a round near the road to St. Raymond's Cathedral. If you see anyone starting trouble, do what adventurers do best. You know, break it up, keep the peace, look intimidating. Our lives are hard enough without some fresh-faced seminarian rubbing salt into our wounds. Will your precious words repay us for what we've lost? Will they bring back the dead? No, of course not. But as a pupil of the Scholasticate, I cannot forsake the teachings. If you give me the book back, I am certain I can show you the proper passage to provide succor in your time of... How dare you! As if the lies in this book will keep us warm at night. Better to destroy it than be destroyed by it. Sir! I absolutely cannot allow you to take that particular tome. Come back! Is he really going to? Oh no. You're an adventurer, aren't you? Please, will you help my friend get his tome back? We were on our way back to the Scholasticate when that man accosted us. It has become an unfortunate occurrence these days, but this is the first time someone went so far as to make off with one of our books. They almost said it may mean well, but I fear he will get caught up in a lot more trouble if they outnumber him. I'll go and get help. I'm off to the broom. Oh, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? There they are. Well, what have we here? Any ideas on what to do with these two, Ben? Ben? Is that you? My goodness! What are the chances of meeting at a time like this? Please, I would appreciate it if you would ask your friend to produce the tome he has taken from me. Well, well. They almost sent. It's been a while. Careful now. I was in the mood for some light reading, but if you or your friend take so much as a step, your precious tome goes up in smoke. Ah, the Parables of Saint Danaphan. I know this title. It's the one we read as children. I recall Father Chiseo gave you his own copy just before you left the broom for your higher learning. Then you know how much it means to me. I made a promise to him to keep its lessons dear to my heart, and I have kept it with me ever since. All the more reason to burn it, to scatter the ashes, and your dreams along with them. He taught us three the same. Why was I left to rot in this wretched place? Why not you or Lee? What made you two so bloody special? Put the book down, Ben, or I'll see you burned as well. Of all the people, you'd best watch yourselves. The world is changing, and we won't listen to your lies anymore. I'll make sure of that. Sacrilegious bastard! It's been badly charred. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid you won't get much out of it now. Worry not, Lee. I've already committed the entire text to heart. I'm just happy it has been returned to me. Typical. You shouldn't let him off the hook so easily, you know. Were it not that I pity him, I'd hand him over to the Inquisitors without a second thought. You came to help me, yes? Were it not for you, I'm certain they would have turned their hatred towards me soon after. I wish I could repay you for your services, but I am afraid I live on but a meager stipend, hardly enough for candles and ink. But if you would be so kind as to tell me your name. Master Olnir, I am sincerely grateful to you for your protection. I may not have much in the way of coin, but if you are ever in need of spiritual enlightenment, then you need look no further than the cathedral. Halone's blessings be upon you. What does one do with a smoldering tome of parables? Will they struggle to abide the lessons of its now blackened words, or rise from its ashes? This answer I eagerly await.
Who's he?
Who knows?
He's creepy.
Indeed. Let's head back to the Jeweled Crozier. It's some area that we haven't really accessed. Night!
Love you, see you tomorrow. Glad you enjoyed the game.
Oh yeah. Jeweled Crozier. where you... Yeah. No, they were gonna have a fallback anyway. You've returned, and not a moment too soon. The students seem less anxious, and business has nearly returned to normal. I presume you found who has been harassing them? Oh dear. Not again. Where are the patrols when they are needed? They've been spread too thin from what I hear. Fortunately, this gentleman was willing to lend a hand. I thank you for looking out for the well-being of our pupils. I am Sister Gaetel of St. Endeline Scholasticate. And might I ask your... Oh dear. I know your face. You are Master Olnir, the one who had a hand in revealing the true history of the Holy See. What? By the... You mean I've been asking thee, Master Olnir, as my errand boy? And you accepted it with such grace? Haloni herself could not have arranged such a curious encounter. On the contrary, I believe our meeting is the product of intervention most divine. Master Olnir, if you would be so inclined, I would like to take you to meet the headmistress of our humble Scholasticate. Well, isn't that nice of him? By your deeds was light shed on certain inconsistencies in Ishgard's history, and to a lesser extent, the Church's teachings. Needless to say, the resulting controversy has strained the relationship between the people and the clergy. The foundation of our great city-state rests upon the wisdom of the Enchiridion. Alas, the lowborn in particular have suffered greatly as a result of the erroneous interpretations. Some have even begun to wonder if all our precepts have been thus distorted. We of the Scholasticate are wont to reflect upon these revelations deeper than most. Although we live as scholars, we had grown complacent, accepting a single interpretation set forth by the Archbishop and his predecessors. Although we are openly reevaluating our teachings, our students continue to be targeted by those who feel they have been deceived. As you yourself have no doubt seen, there are those who would rather purge the city of all clergy, regardless of their guilt. But with you on our side, surely these miscreants would think twice before harming our students. Pray, come visit our halls. I am certain the students would be put at ease to see you again as well. We'll do one more and then... I must take my leave and return to the cathedral. Mathi, it's been a pleasure. Master Olnir, I sincerely hope you shall consider my offer to meet with the headmistress. Haloni's blessings be upon you both. Alright. Say Raymond's Cathedral. Oh, whoops, wrong way. Master Olnir, yes? Sister Gaetel, I was hopeful you would come and visit. She awaits you inside. No, I'm good. Master Olnir, welcome to the Scholasticate. I appreciate you coming all this way, but I am afraid that the headmistress is not here at the moment. She has taken leave to rest. Forgive me, but I must ask you to meet with her another day. It truly is a pity, as I too was looking forward to her audience with you. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Father Bravagnon. I have heard much about you from Sister Gaetel. In the headmistress's absence, I have been charged with tending to myriad administrative matters. While that would ordinarily constitute as simply waxing the seal on a pile of parchments, I have been forced to take a more hands-on approach. The deputy headmaster and I were just discussing a rather troubling event which occurred soon after our students' encounter in the room, and we fear it may be connected. Master Olnir, you are familiar with the statue of Saint Valorant, the one in the center of the forum. House Zemael's stonemasons have been working on chiseling a new head, and one of our students has been asked with overseeing their work. Unfortunately, this student has since reported that the piece has vanished from the artisan's workshop. Given that it has little monetary value, Father Bravagnon and I cannot help but wonder if... Wait. If the culprit bears a grudge towards this student... Briarden, Consulting Inspector, at your service. Wait, what? No. 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 He's not here.
Who is that?
Consulting Inspector Briarden. Bayan, what brings you here of all places? Don't tell me. You were the hero that the students have been muttering about. I cannot say I'm surprised. You are acquainted with my nephew, Master Olnir? Wait! Nephew? Yes, mine uncle. You can say our paths have crossed. More than once. An idea occurs to me. Bayan is an adventurer of exceptional skill, in combat and deduction both. Pray, allow me to appoint him as my assistant. No, associate, in my work here at the Scholasticate. A prolonged association is like to raise more than a few eyebrows, if not invite criticism. While I understand your concern, I am willing to trust Briarden's judgment. Master Olnir has shown nothing but compassion towards his students. At least permit me his company in ascertaining the piece's whereabouts. You may judge the value of our association afterwards.
Why don't you like this guy?
It's not that I don't like him, it's just I know what follows. Very well, but no one is to speak of this to the headmistress. I will allow Master Olnir to accompany you, but only for the duration of the investigation. And for the love of the Fury, be discreet. Excellent. Come, Bayan. Our first course of action will be to question the student responsible for overseeing the statue's restoration. It's not that I don't like him, it's that I know what follows after him.
What follows?
You shall see.
Okay. Should I go get my glasses?
You shall see eventually. I should rephrase that. You're not going to see it in this part of the Scholasticate storyline. But let's just say it's bullshit from here on out. And I wish I had brought my bullshit button. So where is it? From... Oh, where am I going? Oh. Was it still in the Scholasticate, or...? Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, Dilma sent. Master Ormir, a pleasant surprise to see you once more. Praise be to Alune. So you are asking after the statue piece. I made sure to lock the workshop door, so I don't understand how it could have been taken. But worry not, I take full responsibility and will personally see it returned. That won't be necessary. Inspector Briardian at your service. I am told you were recently harassed by several ruffians in the Broom, and I suspect they may be responsible for this theft. What can you tell me about these men? Nothing, Inspector. I had never seen them before in my life. And besides, why would they want to steal the statue piece? It makes no sense. In any event, as I said, the responsibility is mine and mine alone. Now, if you will excuse me... Admirable sense of responsibility notwithstanding, he's clearly hiding something.
Clearly.
Bayan, I think we may find our answers in Foundation. While I make inquiries in the Broom, I ask that you keep an eye on the Forum. Many miscreants are wont to delight in their misdeeds, and this one may be drawn to the statue. St. Valentine's Forum is where again? Oh, the Forgotten Knight. Oh yeah, that's right. Doy. There it is. Oh. Master Ormir, how did you... I suppose I should be honest with you. I am certain the stolen piece is in that crate. And I know you are helping the inspector, but I beg you, let me try to reason with Ben first. Ben, please return the statue piece and all shall be forgiven. You do understand the consequences of what you're doing? Defiling a saint's monument is a serious crime. When Father Choso read us stories at the orphanage, you loved the ones about Saint Valerian. Do you not wish to see the statue restored? Saint Valerian, an azure dragoon who drew the great worm away from Ishgard. For all we know, that too was a lie. The Holy See and the bloody Highborn deceived us, Theo. They built their fortunes on our backs. But you would willingly believe those lies if it meant a chance for a better life for yourself. I knew you were the one behind this. You've been following Theo and me ever since we met in the Broom. Be careful, Bayan. He's not gonna give it up without a fight.
I thought that guy was a black... Oh.
Well, wait, all of you! I still believe Ben will do what's right. There you go again. Turning up your nose and spewing shite as if you're one of them. Don't you see? I am doing what's right. I'm ridding us of these false heroes. Bah! Keep your bloody head, and your library and lessons filled with lies. Believe them if you want. You're just as bad as the rest. He is right to be angry. I dreamt of teaching our people to walk in Haloni's grace. But when the scripture itself has been called into question, how am I to find my own way? Whatever should I do? Forge your own path. My own path? You mean, interpret the scripture on my own? A different approach to our faith, to be sure, but mayhap you have the right of it. Forgive me, Ben, but I have come too far to give up now. If Haloni's teachings have been distorted by man's hand, then by man's hand must they be redeemed. That's all well and good, but we won't change Ishgard by standing around in the snow. At least Ben's left us as the statue piece. We'd best return it before that prize peacock starts squawking to the deputy headmaster. Will you come too, Bayan? I'm sure he will appreciate your help in retrieving it. Alright. Oops. I'm dumb.
Did you go to the wrong aetherite?
Yep.
Can I have an aetherite? I want one.
Oh, what?
They're pretty. Mine be red though.
Nope, they're only blue.
Mine's special. It's red.
Master Oron here. I see you've returned as well. Lee and Theomelson have just finished explaining to me what had happened. I thank you for your help in resolving this matter swiftly. But there appears to be something missing, Bayan. Pray tell, what became of the suspect? Surely these two wish to seek justice for the theft. Those two will tell you not, Inspector, for they are the culprits whom you seek.
I like their coats. They're very pretty.
I don't like their attitudes, though. Allow me to shed some light on this troubling situation. As a son of House Zemael, it pained me to learn that our artisan's precious work had been spirited away. So I saw fit to conduct my own investigation. I followed Lee at a distance, only to find him and his friend consorting with the culprit. Camaraderie among orphans of the broom is to be expected, but to steal a saint's head so that they may retrieve it to prove their merit. And such desperation that they would consecrate a tomb in this manner. You would expect a seminarian to treat any holy text with the utmost care, even if they are but children's stories. Piss off, you priggish whoreson! Bayan was there! He'll tell you you're wrong! Enough! You'll all conduct yourself with the decorum as benefits seminaries. Lee, we will discuss penance for your foul language anon. Father Brauvigon, if I may. The next time the Scholasticate apportions work with sacred monuments, pray entrust the task to me. I'm certain the artisans of my house would be at ease knowing their work was in cleaner, more dependable hands. And as for my ignoble peers, if the comprehension of advanced scripture is still beyond you such that you require a tattered tome of children's lessons, then allow me to procure for you a new copy with mine own coin. You need not thank me. House Semi prides itself on its charity to the deprived. My tome, if you would! Just how long are you planning to lie there? You are completely hopeless. Thank you, Blessy. She's just as clumsy as him. And Gah! This is what happens when you let him walk all over you. It'll be a miracle if we're not branded heretics by the end of this term. Lee, dear Monsent, consider this a warning. You were saved this time solely by Master Ornir's integrity and by the grace of the Fury. But I will not turn a blind eye if you continue to fraternize with questionable company. The insurmountable war between the highborn and lowborn. I wonder, did our ancestors build it brick by brick? Or was it fate which drove us apart? And where shall we go from here?
Creepy man. Riddle me this.
What?
The kind of thing that makes me think of a riddler. Just keep your eye on the corner and smiling like that.
Master Orenir, I must apologize for the behavior of my students. They have been at each other's throats since the revelations came to light. As for your performance, you have surpassed my expectations, and I will allow you to assist Briodian in his work at the Scholasticate. Well done. If I may be so bold, Uncle, though I have but arrived, and this is the only case you have had me investigate thus far, I must say that I found it rather a waste of my talents. While theft is indeed a serious matter, I cannot help but wonder if this was merely some pretense. Surely you have a more pressing problem. An astute observation. I expected nothing less. There is indeed another matter I should discuss with you and your newly appointed associates. But what it is, we shall find out next time, because I am fucking late. So, we shall continue this next time. Until then, thanks to Lady Darkfire for letting me crash here for the weekend, and for joining us on the live stream.
Good night.
Cruising Gex, out.